Hello guys, hope you're all doing good during these pandemic times. So here we are with our first ever episode on World's Showcase. So this time, like I said, we are going to discuss about the mental health during isolation. Isolation, quarantine and lockdowns are the terms that we only have heard in the American TV series, mainly like Marvel's Agents of Shield. We never even imagined that these things will work out practically in our lives. Many biological viruses prevailed in the past. No other virus has stamped as much terror as novel coronavirus has done. It is a stain on our hearts which we will live with on and carry the heartbreaking moments into the future. COVID 19 has changed all our lives. From a billionaire to the daily wager, everyone's life is shattered due to this virus. With the second phase active currently, we began to experience the fear of loss and fear of the survival, and it has become too tough to accept the things. I can state the present moment as a war zone. Lost few blood relations recently. I have to call this a war zone because the situation is much relatively closer to the war zone. If we are in a war, we are not connected with our family and friends. We need to leave them all back at our homes and enter the battlefield. If you die in a war, your body cannot be retrieved sometimes, and nobody can say goodbye to you. If someone in our friends and family dies, we never even get a chance to see them for the last time or to attend their funeral. Isn't this what is happening around us? Even with the involvement of the most advanced video calling software around us, nobody will dare to see a lifeless body on a video call lying there and going forever from us. I have never witnessed this before, neither we have expected this. If someone dies who is a good person, known to the most societies in the city, the procession will be made. But due to the virus, even if a person dies, who know the thousands of people, he doesn't even get a eulogy at his funeral. This is a painful thing to witness, and we all have witnessed the same in recent days. We all are going through tough times. We are dealing with depression, dealing with anger management, and all the side effects of being isolated or quarantined. Most of the people on television and news say that to stay at home, but staying at home is not easier than said for all the people. It has to come up with more clear points to note down and follow them without failing to implement them. Isolation is like house arrest. It is a jailed life where we will be provided with all the facilities and just we are not permitted beyond the walls. Coming to the facilities, not all sections of the people in the society will have all facilities with them. Those who can afford the higher facilities like 24 hours internet, access to the databases, access to TV shows, and all sorts of entertainment are likely to have a little stress when compared to those who cannot afford them. Here, one point we need to consider is even with these facilities surrounded, a person will have to undergo the stress of a repetition. He or she will be bored to do the things which are done regularly day by day. These recurring things or recurring activities will make a person get bored obviously. There are two types of people in the world. One type is talkative, who likes to immerse themselves in the crowd and just go on speaking and speaking. The modern day innovators, stand up story makers, influencers, bloggers, public speakers, and teachers are some of the people who fall under this category. The second type are the kings and queens of the closed rooms, the indoor gamers, binge television series watchers, or they just watch the television a lot. And book dragons, writers, authors, etc. all fall under this second type. In these two types, there are still subtypes involved. For example, a person who is a blogger will have to explore the world before he or she could make a blog post. Either the exploration is in a real world, like visiting the nearby shops and writing their own experiences with the businesses and traveling around the states and countries, which is done by the travel blogger. There is also need to research before someone can write about anything. without research until or unless it is a fiction and personal events. An article or a blog post without perfect research is not going to be present on the internet for a while. It will be forgotten and it is of no use to write such content online. So, keeping this in a simpler form, the two types of people are nothing but those who want to go outside and explore the world, meet new people daily, and other type are the ones who would like to spend their rooms and see the world with their imaginative and creative eyes. The people who belong to the second category are less likely to expose themselves to stress and depression during the isolation because they have created their very own world, which is they have already habituated to the isolation years back than we did. The reasons might be different. It may be the denial from the society, a rejection from the communities, and heartbreak. They were in pain and then they have decided to limit their presence in the world and they locked themselves up in their own rooms. This is called self isolation, and they have been in self isolated mode before we were. The worst case is, even for those who are already prepared for isolation, after a few recurring tasks, they will feel alone. All the things will seem meaningless, and all the precautions they are taking to keep them safe will appear like a foolish thing. At this point, we all come under the single web. We need to help ourselves and also assist others in any possible way that can do us. A few weeks back, I have come into the contact with the COVID-19 positive families. I have met them in an inescapable situation and had our lunch together. I was framing post-meeting effects that I might have caught the virus inside due to their company and I might feel some symptoms of the virus in me. This is due to my COVID stress syndrome. After returning home, my panic has increased in tons and I had developed symptoms like shortness of breath and cold sweating. During the night, I felt like my soul is separating from my body and it is my time to say goodbye to the people on the earth. But it was all much severe due to the fear living inside me and incubating time to time by using my negative thoughts as fuel. The panic area in our mind feeds on the fear we have inside us. The law of attraction comes into the action. So, here we will see the symptoms of any disease that which we are afraid might creep inside us. Even though I read lots of books and positive thinking and self-help, nothing seemed to assist me in that situation. It is the fear of being infected that has crept in my mind and started to control my activities and made me just sit idle, think about the bad that is going to happen to me, and all the day I have been doing nothing and just checking my oxygen levels and heart rate. It seemed like heart disease, then due to corona prevailing in my town, it is then converted into a lung issue. The actual thing was due to my irregular and bad sleeping habits, my digestive system has got out of order. I tried a lot to accept this truth, but the fear of being infected took charge of my brain activity and it is now stimulating the dangers of the virus. I am tested negative when I decided to test myself whether I was infected with the virus or not. All these negative thoughts triggered my fear and they all started to degrade my overall performance and made me stagnant and kept me just like a doll doing nothing. I have taken a good diet. I have a good family, though I have lost few people into this deadly virus. They all are the people close to my heart, and I will be missing them in my life forever and ever. All these losses are not going to hold me back. I have to do what I have to do. And this thought made me beat my panic attacks and get back here and design some amazing sessions for us all. One subject which is interested in all categories of people is the self-improvement. Many people are spending much to improvise their personality by taking some life hacks and tips from the experts. They are struggling to apply them in reality because whatever the lessons are taught to us are the lessons that are designed out of assumptions and idealities. The honest solution is only found when someone experiences the problem in reality. Let me demonstrate this by an example. If a journal publishes an article on how to defeat or handle the aliens, then that article is based on pure fantasy. We have never seen aliens before and we never had encountered one in our real lives. If this publication attracts many people, then it is only due to the content and creativity included in this. Neither we can practically apply the tips mentioned in this, nor we know when to meet the real aliens out there. These concepts are fantasies that took birth in the creative minds. They are good time killers, but coming to the in real experiences requires more attention and knowledge to create content that will at least help a single person out there and make them see the other side of their lives. It takes time, commitment, and dedication to make such real life content. Coronavirus is true. It is not a fan based theory. We are suffering due to the outbreak of this virus, and we need someone to hold our hand and say, this too shall pass. There are different diseases and probably more dangerous diseases than the coronavirus. But this right now is scary of them all because we don't have a cure yet. And this workshop is going to be a long one. Like I have divided it into three. So to gain complete control of our mind, when we are strong enough mentally, then it is going to be possible. So where we will discuss the mental health of each individual in these three podcasts, we are being isolated and how the separation process is impacting our mindset and even a lifestyle in some cases. Like I said earlier, we need to be strong and we need to beat the fear within us to gain complete control of our mind. When we are strong enough mentally, then automatically our physical fitness will have good progress. We will also be discussing the myths and facts related to the coronavirus in the media and how the people of various sections are turning the virus situation into a huge business opportunity for themselves. Emerging of online classes and work from home modules, the stress levels of every human have reached the maximum limit because the fact is to be accepted. Office environment and home environment aren't the same and we cannot feel like the same. When we mix them up, we have to accept the consequences of emerging these new modules. So merging office and home, and then we need to work on how to adjust our lifestyle according to the changes that occurred in the world. We need to make these sessions interesting and engaging only by through dedication towards the actual issue and making the most of the feedback which we have received. Two different types of people, one who is much social and others are not that much social and are kind of limited editions. We need to assist all these two sections in society by applying each skill that we know to cope with isolation. COVID-19 has forced us all to limit ourselves from contact with other people. This has caused much trouble in adjusting the lifestyle for the elderly ones. Their retirement and health issues developed due to aging have urged them to discuss the situation with someone close, like during a morning walk with a close friend or a neighbor. Due to the physical distance protocol, because of the pandemic, all these meetups have been cancelled and they are just asked to sit down in a single room for hours and hours and even weeks. We cannot treat people of all age groups as same. Their age, lifestyle, and way of thinking are different, and no other person will think alike each other. We are going to break down our podcast or sessions into two different categories. The first category will focus on the young people, and the second one is all about the elder ones. The last and the final session will be about all groups with some accessible resources that might help and will act as help guides during isolation process. Let us look into the mental status of a person who is in isolation and how that person's mood changes from time to time. We have to make a note that there are many people with various mental issues. They just don't accept that they are suffering from the problem, and some are unnoticed in the initial state. We can say that many of the persons entered into isolation with pre-existing mental health issues and the isolation just worsened them. What does isolation does to a person varies from one individual to the other, but the impact will be the same in the end. It causes loneliness and low self esteem. It will make a person feel less valuable and creates a feeling inside that they are not of any use to their families and to the society. The negative thoughts fuels the depression inside and slowly ruins the mental status of a person. One needs to realize this all by self analysis. They need to monitor the attitude and behavior while quarantined. This is not any punishment to us, it is the way to survive against the virus and save few lives. This is how we battle with the deadliest virus which is taking many lives out there, and the only way we can stop it is by self isolation. Persons who spend extended periods of being alone are the best inspiration to us. They love their own company, and most of the successful people had succeeded in their projects because they have loved their own company. Instead of focusing on isolation, take this time as an opportunity to learn something new. On usual days, you may run short of time, you may want to pick the brush and paint, but due to the busy schedule, your creativity and your brush both are in the corner. It is a time to nurture that hidden talent, and when the world is back to normal, you will feel proud to do something which is your dream. There are many people with such imagination. They wanted to learn a course, they wanted to become writers and also photographers. All these are the little dreams within our mind, and we all have sacrificed them due to the responsibilities we have and due to our daily works. Well, this is the time to wake them all up. No matter what happens, do not think about the free time and don't even consider the future into the count. Live in the moment and learn that skill. If you are good at something, turn it into your best asset. This is the time to use this loneliness and to use this available free time to turn yourself into something newer. When talking about isolation, we need to discuss two types of isolations. One is social isolation and other is emotional isolation. Both depend upon each other and one will creep in if the other began to grow. Social isolation is being isolated from the social responsibilities and relationships. You will not able to meet the people who are close to you and share your words with them. Emotional isolation is where we limit ourselves from sharing our emotions with other persons. When there is a lack of emotional support, we will strive for one. Social isolation develops emotional isolation, and we will then have to let loneliness take over our hearts and mind. And when we feel alone, our mind keeps on telling us to do things to forget the feeling of being lonely. And when the negative thinking comes into the effect, it will urge us to commit to the bad things that will make us addicted to the alcohol, porn, smoking, and all other kinds of bad stuff, which is not good for our body and are just temporary reliefs. Social media and its impact during isolation. Social media aims to achieve the next level of maintaining relationships. It provides a smooth medium where we can connect with the people on the other side of the globe in a single click. With the emerge of the various online social media platforms, we never even know the meaning of boredom when we use them, but the goal of social media is to reduce the feeling of missing and to make us feel more connected with the people and the communities, but it may have the opposite effect. Excessive usage of social media has always led to dangerous mental health issues. Social media addiction has become a different topic to research for therapists to come with the latest ideas and remedies to assist the people who are addicted to social media. Social media plays a vital role during isolation. It is like the herd during the isolation for many people. With the text and video messages, online calling, and with tons of online content, it is a good distraction during the isolation. One can use it to avoid boredom, but if addicted, it will cause that person to sacrifice hours and hours for scrolling the pages on and on until it is 4 a.m. in the morning. So, use the social media platform wisely and never depend upon them for your inner personality development. So far, we have seen the effects of isolation and how an individual is exposed to distinct challenges during isolation. Now, we are going to see how we can overcome addictions, loneliness, and all the other painful habits which we have developed knowingly or unknowingly during the isolation process. One thing is always true: if there is a problem in our life, there is a solution for the same too. The saying is old, but it is a groundbreaking fact, and applies to all persons universally. You can consider this as things to do when we are in isolation. Remove the thought from your mind that you are isolated. You are just isolated from the physical meetups, and you are not isolated with your inner creativity, and also you are not isolated with your mind. Use this time to explore your inner self, create content, and post on social media if possible to assist the people out there. Why don't you start a blog or a podcast like this? Do not panic and do not make others panic. If you panic, the situation will become worse. I have experienced a similar thing when I am too much worried and self-centric. I have to access all the resources, but still I was there just sitting idle due to the panic attack. Avoid talking about the news which is related to the coronavirus. This will alter your thoughts and keep your positive vibes with you. Avoid watching the news on TV. Never allow yourself to feel bad just due to a forwarded message or something that you receive from a friend or someone known person. Think about what you can do to change the current situation. If there is any chance and if you have to got any role to play during this pandemic, go ahead and contribute towards it. But don't think about the things which are not under your control. By thinking about the things which we cannot control only increase self-doubt and more worry. That will deprive our energy levels and make us feel weak. Learn to accept the things. You are here on earth without your acceptance, and things around you tend to happen sometimes without your acceptance too. You need to embrace the pain within and try to move on. When I have failed to move on, and when the loss of people in my life made me sad, my self-centric focus has developed various phobias: chronophobia, fear of the future; autophobia, fear of being alone, and more. When I started to take necessary precautions and I am ready to accept the sickness that caused to my family members, and instead of worrying about them, I have explored ways either to reduce them or make them feel like they never existed. Always remember, small things which we do will have a huge impact on others. Try something positive and be productive. Stop monitoring your body like ICU chamber, checking your SpO2 levels for every minute, monitoring your body temperature from time to time, worrying about a single digit increment or decrement. The displayed value might not be accurate, and we are having many flaws in the equipment which uses modern technology. By scaling to the digits displayed, your fighting power within dries up, and you will end up accepting the sickness. It is just the law of attraction. The more we crave for something, the more we are welcoming it. I have learned this from my personal experience, and when I avoided the warm welcoming, my life has attained good peace. Do not give your ears to the people who are encouraging fake news, and never share any information which is not authentic. Do not check Google by typing your symptoms every time. We must use the search engines in times of information, but not during any medical emergencies. Do everything which needed to be done to keep yourself in a safe zone from panicking. If meditation helps you in freeing your mind from all the wires of stress, just do it. If reading books or journaling keeps your vibes positive, then grab a book and a favorite pen and write it down. Do something for your mindfulness besides assisting those who are in a tragedy. Keep in mind that we are with heavy hearts. We are receiving bad news now and then. Someone in our circle is passing away, and that news is causing us much pain. Like I said before, we need to prepare ourselves for the worst. We need to survive to make the dreams of our beloved ones come true. If they are alive, they always wanted us to do something for the sake of society. Do it now. Use your pain as your tool and sculpt the creativity within. I have done the same thing. I pushed myself to the online webinars and meetings. I have unwillingly spoken to my students instead of taking a break because I cannot let the pain damage my spirit. I have to move on, and nature doesn't even care if I become to dust. I did not achieve this all alone. There are good friends out there who have assisted me during my dark days, and it is not like we are going to chat for hours. We had few online sessions monthly and weekly sometimes, and shared our good and bad, and then focused on self-improvement. You can do the same when you are feeling low. Just keep in mind that there are people who would sit down and cry with you, and there are also some people who will sit and wipe out the tears. Always allow the second type of people to assist you. Everyone can sit and cry with us, but the one who helps us in dragging out of the pain are the true friends. If you don't make any such friends, join our community. We have amazing personalities in our groups, and we do assist you to become a strong person. One more thing I would like to convey here is, even if there are positive resources around us and we are surrounded by some amazing positive people, until or unless we are ready to teach our brain to be positive, it is not going to accept anything positively. That is the reason why I have to split the session into three. This is in the third and last session. We are going to use online resources to build our positive thinking and useful websites to visit and inspire us. So this is all for now. This is the second podcast after the trailer, and we are going to make more episodes on the same mental health during isolation. Until then, see you all. Take care.